This is Randy Hunt. We're back with Patriot TV. I'm here with Chad Perkins, coach of the basketball team. And Chad, we're been a week or two since we've got together. Since then, we've gone down to West Side, which is always a difficult place to play. I'm sorry, Mount View. I'm jumping the gun. Mount View. Both of those places are a difficult place to play. Mount View, it's always. I just know historically we've gone down there. It's a long trip, and I know Friday nights you guys got down there, and JV team goes into double overtime, so we're sitting around waiting, finally get on the court, and maybe a little slow off of the starting blocks there, and came out a little short at the end of the game.
Yeah, we got a thousand excuses why we didn't get it done, but basically we just weren't focused enough, and I think we're getting a little too much attention, and Mount View didn't get the memo that we were supposed to win. And they have a quality team. We have great games with them the last few years. Coach Brown does a great job with them, and we've just been down to the wire every game with them for the last few years, and we just put ourselves in that position where a couple things didn't go our way, and ended up losing the game by 2. But we didn't play terrible. We just bad enough to lose. And Mount View, I mean, they are tough. They'll get after you, and we love going up there. We have a great relationship with them, and it's a little more fun when you go up there and win. But if you've never been to the Castle, people don't know how hard it is to win down there.
Yeah, you're up on top of the mountain, and it is a difficult place to win. You and I were talking earlier. You never want to lose a game, but sometimes sometimes you have a good loss. Fortunately, if you lose one early in the season, you can wipe that away and all that. You guys were 3-0 going into the game. Like you said, you had a lot of positive press going in, and these are kids. Even on the college level, you can get to the point where you think you're maybe a little bit better than you really are at that point. And so sometimes there's a good loss to help you get refocused.
Yeah, I call that one a reality check because we had a weird practice Monday as picture day, so we're taking our pictures. You don't have a full court to work on, and then 2 of the TV stations show up, and we're getting a lot of ink in the newspaper, and it probably went to our head a little bit. And I saw it coming, and I tried to stop it, and just wasn't able to. I asked them, can you handle success? And at this point, the answer is no. So we'll get another shot at that, I'm sure. But you got to remember what got you there. And we're really good, but we're not that good that we can just go out and play and get away from the things that we had been doing. I thought the first 3 games we shared the ball, defended well, and the sharing the ball wasn't quite as good down at Mount View. So that was one of the factors. But we started the game, turned them over 4 or 5 times in a row, and didn't cash them in. Just gave it back, and could have been up 10, 12-0, and just turned into a different game.
And reality check is in place now, and second reality check happens this Friday night when we got to go down to Wyoming County. I don't care if you're playing West Side or Wyoming East. You're playing in Wyoming County. It's basketball country. It's always going to be tough. I don't care what their schedule's been or how many games they've won or lost. Wyoming East is always a tough place to play.
It's no different this year, and we don't know a lot about them. You got new players, basically. You return one guy and bring the JV team up, and then new coaches, so it does you no good to watch your film from last year. And I have not had an opportunity to watch them in person. So they're 3-1. They beat Logan and Riverside, beat Liberty, lost to 1 against Bluefield. So they're pretty good. And people were kind of down on them and writing them off. But they've got players, and they don't have the superstar athletes. I think they're playing a lot of zone. But whatever they're doing is working. So we know we'll have our hands full down there.
And again, it's Wyoming County. I mean, them kids play basketball from daylight to dark. In the following week, we've got we got Liberty back over at Liberty. That wasn't much of a game first time around, but again, you don't want to let down at any time starting next week.
Yeah, it's really tough making a high school basketball schedule. And I look at it when I'm done, I'm like, well, why did we do this, you know? And it's just trying to find games where you can get them at home and not come over top of the girls. But we turn around, we play the same 3 teams. We play Liberty again, got Mountain View at home, and then it's Wyoming East again. So we're seeing a lot of the same teams over and over, which is fine. But what's been hard for us is the layoff. You know, we're probably 10 days now since we've played, and Wyoming East is even longer, so it's not just us. But we're just ready to play. Wasn't real happy with the practice today, and I think part of that is just they're just getting tired of after you start playing games. It's hard to go back and practice all the time.
And like you know, at the end of practice today, we got to get focused tomorrow. It's game time tomorrow after tomorrow night. So, you know, we're going to be on the road here for this week, next week, and then we'll get back home after that. Haven't looked at the schedule that far ahead, but still a lot of ball to play. Season's going by quick. I know practice, they're hoping practice goes by quicker so they can get back out on the court.
Yeah, I mean, where we are, 3-1 after that first segment of the season, for the most part healthy. We've been battling a little bit of cold and flu type stuff, but nothing serious. So I feel pretty good about where we're at. We just need to get a ball game in.
All right, very good. We'll be right back here just a minute with Logan Kelly, the senior center, and this is Randy Hunt with Patriot TV. Hey, this is Randy Hunt. We're back on Patriot TV. I have my good friend Logan with me this evening, and Logan, it's been not a bad season so far. We're 3-1. First 3 games, we were probably favored to win those 3 games, and last week we ended up down at Mount View, and Mount View is always a tough place to play. Been going down there for years now, and you might as well give them a 5-point advantage just for playing on their home court. They're very athletic. To me, they play a lot of street ball. But let's just talk about the team so far. We're 4 games in, and how's team chemistry? How's all that going?
So everything's going pretty well. I mean, obviously, going into the game at Mount View, Coach had looked at us in the locker room and he had asked, could we handle success? And I think it was a question that needed to be asked because we had a good season. We had beat Liberty pretty good and started getting some ink in the papers and news channels coming into our practices and things. And to be quite honest, we handled it rather poorly. We didn't perform at Mount View like we should have. Our press was effective. We turned them over, and then we'd give the ball right back to them. So I think the question for us now is how do we handle adversity? And I think this is where it's going to be a testament to our character and just shows that in our mind there's nothing that will compensate for hard work. And I think that it was a reality check for us. You know, you come in with this mentality that, you know, you're above and beyond, and I think it was good for us. And I think that we've worked really hard since then. We've got a good test coming up Friday. But team chemistry, we never got down on each other. We always push each other to do better, especially in a time like this. And I think that's going to help us out in the long run for sure.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach earlier. You know, no one likes a loss. There's nothing great about a loss, but sometimes they're good losses. Obviously, we didn't get blown out. It was a 2-point game, and so you know, and it's early in the season also. So you know, it does, like you say, you get a little reality check. You know, you can be beat, and you can't just show up. So this week, this Friday night, we have Wyoming East down at Wyoming East. I don't care who you're playing. If you're going to Wyoming County, you better be ready. Whether it's East, whether it's West Side. I don't know. What do you know about Wyoming East so far?
Well, a couple of us we went down and watched them play Bluefield, and they're a good team. I mean, they work really hard. They've got good coaching. They've been playing like us for forever. That's a lot of what they do down there is play. They've got good chemistry. They've got Brim and Sims can shoot the ball, shoot the daylights out of the ball. And obviously we're going to respect them. I think a lot of our game plan is going in with the mentality that if we don't play to our ability, we're going to get beaten. And I think that is motivational for us. It helps us understand what's at stake for this game. And I think that we're hungry. You know what I mean? And I think that coming off a loss, and then we get 6 or 7 days back to back in the gym, coming in here every morning at 10 o'clock. Nobody wants to get up and run at 10 o'clock in the morning, but it's something that you have to do. So we know they play real aggressive. They run the floor well. They shoot well. They're very multidimensional. They can do just about everything, and if we don't show up to play, they're going to beat us.
It's Wyoming County basketball, so yeah, you better be ready. We got this week, and then back to school next week, and then we got Liberty again next Friday. So season's just moving on real quick. I'm excited for you guys, and like I say, one loss doesn't make a season for sure. And I think we still got a lot of great ball ahead, and I'm anxious to watch you guys Friday night. I'll see you then. You got anything you want to say to the fans?
Come out to Wyoming East Friday night, 7:30 is tip-off. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Logan. Appreciate you, man. This is Randy Hunt, Patriot TV. We want a big crowd out for the next 2 away games, and then we'll be back home in about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whenever it is. We can get the home crowd back fired up. But, again, this is Randy Hunt with my buddy Logan, and this is Patriot TV. Let's go, Patriots!